Ferrari might be opening a base in the United Kingdom when Nico Rosberg brought this up. It wasn't just a rumor. It felt like a major shift in the Formula One world. For decades, Ferrari has stayed rooted in Maranello, Italy. That place isn't just their home. It's their identity. Every race win, every engine upgrade, and every world title was born there. So, even thinking about setting up part of the team in another country is huge. It's more than just a physical move. It's a signal that Ferrari is questioning its own systems. Many top F1 teams already have their base in the UK. McLaren, Red Bull, Mercedes, and Aston Martin all work inside what's known as the Motorsport Triangle. It's a region packed with suppliers, engineers, and technology experts. If you want to win in Formula One today, being there makes a lot of sense. Quick access to parts, fast feedback between departments, and close ties to top talent give teams in this area a real edge. Ferrari has always resisted that pull. They believed they could still win from Italy, but times are changing, and maybe now Ferrari is feeling the pressure to catch up. This isn't just about saving time or money. It's about performance. It's about having the right people in the right place. Over the last few seasons, Ferrari has made mistakes. Pit stop delays, slow strategy calls, and missed upgrades have cost them valuable points. When a team isn't able to react quickly, it falls behind. And in a sport where every tenth of a second matters, these delays are the difference between a win and a loss. Having a UK base could fix that, but it also raises some serious questions about Ferrari's future, its culture, and its ability to work across the very different worlds. What makes this situation even more intense is the arrival of Lewis Hamilton. He joined Ferrari this season, and he comes from a very different environment. At Mercedes, Hamilton had direct lines to leadership. One conversation could change a race strategy. At Ferrari, things are more traditional and more layered. Decisions go through more people, and that slows things down. Rosberg said Hamilton doesn't even know who to talk to when he has feedback. That's not a small issue in a high-speed sport. Slow communication is a major problem. Hamilton is not just any driver. He's a 7-time world champion. He knows how winning teams work. He's used to clear goals, fast decisions, and strong leadership. If Ferrari wants to keep him happy and successful, they need to match that level of speed and focus. That's why this UK move could matter so much. If it gives Hamilton the support he needs, it might help Ferrari return to the top. But if it adds more confusion, more voices, and more delays, it could push the team further into trouble. The bigger issue is culture. Ferrari isn't just a team, it's a symbol of Italian pride. Every engineer in Maranello doesn't just work for a paycheck. They work for a legacy. They believe in the red car, the history, the roar of the crowd. Moving part of the operation to the UK risks changing that. Will the team in Italy feel left behind? Will decisions made in England feel disconnected? That's the fear, and it's a real one. Because in the end, Formula One isn't just about machines. It's about people, and people need to feel united. To win, Rosberg wasn't just throwing out an idea. He was pointing to something deeper. Ferrari knows it needs to evolve. The old ways are no longer enough. Red Bull has built a dynasty in Milton Keynes. Mercedes created a powerhouse in Brackley. Both teams found success by moving fast, being flexible, and using data in smart ways. Ferrari, by staying in one place and sticking to old habits, has been left behind. Opening a base in the UK could be their way of catching up, but it must be done carefully. The danger is building the teams instead of one in Italy, one in the UK, different locations, different styles, different goals. That can lead to breakdowns in communication, conflicting strategies, a lack of unity. If Ferrari isn't careful, the UK base could become a separate island instead of a strong support. It needs to be connected, clear leadership, clear roles, fast feedback. Only then can it work. Right now, Ferrari is far from the top. After 10 rounds, they are 191 points behind McLaren in the constructors' standings. Charles Leclerc is trailing Oscar Piastri by 94 points, and Hamilton, despite a strong start, has only one win at the Shanghai Sprint. The numbers are not improving. In fact, they're getting worse. The team is not closing the gap. They're falling further behind. Something has to change. That's why this UK base is more than just a new office. It could be the start of a whole new Ferrari. There's also the 2026 regulations coming soon. Engine changes, chassis redesigns, new fuel rules. The sport is about to reset. Every team is already planning for that, and Ferrari must decide what kind of team it wants to be by then. Is it going to stay the same and hope for better results, or is it going to transform? Even if that means stepping away from old traditions, the UK base could be the first step in building a new car, a new strategy, and a new future. For Hamilton, this is a key moment. He didn't come to Ferrari just to race. He came to make a difference, to help rebuild, to create a team that can fight for titles again. But he needs the right tools, the right voices, the right system. If Ferrari can't provide that, even he won't be able to carry them. The UK move has to give him the same clarity he had at Mercedes. If not, the whole plan could fall apart. And what about the fans? They love Ferrari for its heart, its history, its soul. They chant, they cheer, they believe. But what happens when the wins come from a factory in England? Will it feel the same? Will it still be Ferrari? Or will it be something new, something different, something harder to love? These are not small questions. They cut deep into what Ferrari stands for. The truth is, Ferrari is at a crossroads. It can stay as it is and risk falling further behind, or it can take a risk, move forward, and try something bold. The UK base is a symbol of that choice. A chance to change, a chance to grow, but also a risk of losing something special. From a strategic point of view, the move to the UK makes sense. The UK Motorsport Cluster is not just a convenient location. It's the heart of Formula One innovation. Within just a few miles, you can find wind tunnels, simulation technology, part manufacturers, and some of the best F1 minds in the business. This closed-in environment allows for quick problem solving. When something isn't working, teams can adapt quickly. If Ferrari wants to compete at the highest level, they can no longer afford to be isolated from this environment. The question now is not whether they should move to the UK, but how much of their operation should move, and how they will keep it connected to Maranello. One of the biggest advantages of this move would be access to top engineering talent. Many of the sport's best aerodynamicists, mechanics, and data analysts live and work in the UK. These are people who have helped Red Bull, Mercedes, and McLaren win titles. Attracting them to move to Italy has always been difficult for Ferrari, but with a UK base, that challenge disappears. Ferrari could finally recruit top-tier staff without asking them to leave their home country. This would instantly raise the team's technical capabilities. Another key benefit is faster supply chains. When you design a new part or identify a flaw in your car, every minute counts. Right now, Ferrari must wait longer for parts to arrive from suppliers or for updates to be implemented. A UK base can speed up these cycles. Engineers would be closer to the tools and materials they need, which means ideas can be turned into action much faster. And in F1, speed isn't just about lap time. It's about how quickly you can adapt and evolve throughout the season. But even if all the technical reasons make sense, the challenge remains: can Ferrari do this without losing who they are? Culture matters. Maranello is more than a factory. It's a family. It's the place where Enzo Ferrari built a dream. It's where the red cars roar to life. For the people who work there, it's not just a job, it's an honor. Splitting the team into two locations could damage that spirit if not managed carefully. Fred Vasseur, Ferrari's team principal, now has the hardest job of all. He must guide this transformation while holding the team together. He must find a way to modernize without destroying the tradition. He must lead the teams into places with one voice and one mission. If he succeeds, Ferrari could become the powerhouse it once was. If he fails, the split could break the team apart. Vasseur must also make sure that the UK base doesn't become more powerful than Maranello.